alright, I say it's okay. Listen to what I say. It's alright, you and fine. Doesn't really matter if the sun don't shine. It's alright, I say it's okay. We're getting to the end of the day. I take a low check, take your pick. 'Cause you can't teach an old dog a brand new trick. I don't care what everybody says. At the end of the day, there's a place that
Hello.
drink or two.
Where am I
Ease
here?
my mind. Golden
Oh, I
days.
lost it.
It's
Oh.
alright, take your time. Everybody thinks that you passed your
Hold
prime. It's
on.
alright, it's okay.
Oh, I see it's over here.
Not
At the
better
wrong
say.
end. Here we go. I put up a YouTube so I can see what's going on. I put it somewhere I wasn't looking for. Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? Oh, I don't exist. Oh, I see. It's live. No, it's not showing it. Give me the rate, please. Yes, live. There it is. Okay, there we are. Whoa, you guys got here faster than me. All right. Hello, Alice. Hello, Hope. Oh, my sound's still on. Yep. How tickled I am. There we are with the tickle stick. Putting that away. Publix, 50 years of pleasure. I've just been doing a lot today, but this is one. I've got 2 copies of this. 50 years. There's 5 books on the history of Publix grocery, which is something Alice doesn't know. She's far away. The nearest Publix is in Virginia, Southern Virginia, I believe. That's the nearest to your climes. But this is not just a book of Publix. It's a signed book by none other than George Jenkins himself. Yeah, I've got 2 signed by Mr. Jenkins. This is one of them. Yes, it's his sign. There's the pen bleeding through. This came out in 1980. It's celebrating 50 years. First one was opened in Winter Haven, Florida. It is an institution throughout Florida, and everybody who's tried to beat Publix has failed, gone down in flames into becoming a little charred embers. And that includes Kroger, food. Now that Food Line's owned by a conglomerate, but they used to individually come through. Now it's. But Publix is one of the few independent grocery stores we have in the state. In the country, I should say. Publix, I think Ralph's in California is still independent, and Wegmans is still independent. Or that may not be it. Aldi, of course, has been buying and buying and buying. Now I've got a pen, and what shall we do? I just thought I'd share that. Let me put that back. I have that in a plastic sleeve. I'm putting it back in a plastic sleeve because getting books signed by George Jenkins now requires something along the lines of a séance and a Ouija board. But that is that right there. Before I forget. We were talking about zingers and something else I have in plastic. I actually have 2 boxes of zinger boxes. This is a zinger box. So I was young. I scribbled all over this thing. There's Charlie Brown. I think there's Snoopy stuff back here. And I actually had one of these. I'm betting I lost it in the move. I had one of these. It was plastic, and you could actually draw Snoopy, or draw the expressions at least. I actually have a Snoopy for President thing. But yeah, this is an actual zinger box from 1970. It probably is on here somewhere. 1970. It's not. This one is. The other one I have is actually in better shape. It's actually a hole. This one's flattened. That's why it's in a plastic bag too. But I thought I would share. Yes, there must be a date on here somewhere. But I don't know what 1522 is. 1522 was a tough year. I put 99 cents on there. I wonder why. 10 for 79. It's cream. So I'm actually writing down what all the little stuff that's in there. I don't know why. But anyway, a real zingers box from 75, 76, somewhere in there. Hope, do you remember? You can't remember zinger. It's like this. Yeah, this version, Dolly Madison zingers, vanished early 80s, I think. Yeah, there should be an expiration date. But all I have here is a stamp of 1522. But that's it. I don't know what that even might mean. 15. But anyway, I hadn't really thought about a date. But I know it's 75, 76. Let's give you somewhere there. I've been really pushing here. I'm not getting a lot of sleep. So this is when it was owned by Interstate Brands Corporation, which was based in Kansas City. But now it's owned by, I think, Tasty Cake and Zingers are the same company or something like that. And they don't. The Zingers I've had aren't like the Zingers I grew up with. My we used to get these because all the Peanuts stuff. We had all kinds. I have some. I think I mentioned I have a Peanuts Christmas ornament in my Christmas stuff from there. And I've been doing a lot. Oh, here, let me put this back. Always return things to where you found them. In this case, it's plastic bag. So I'm returning that. I get Christmas stuff out. I'll have to see how handy that ornament is. All right, so what am I drawing? No, that's really crooked. Let me uncrooked this. There we go. And I'm going to pull that up a wee bit. Not chocolate, just... Oh, there was a raspberry zinger? Oh, I didn't know that. Didn't know that at all. Hold on, let me click like while I think about it. Haha. Should wipe off camera lens. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Where's my little trusty... Oh, I guess I've been moving stuff around here. So things... Oh, here it is. I'm using this Danish flag. Speaking about it, there's a Danish flag. Thank you. All right, clean this up. All right, so what am I doing here? Good question. I'm sure I'll have a good answer. I've been getting a lot of stuff out and doing... someone want to name something? Oh, I meant to ask Hope that just a little bit ago. Name an animal or something. Well, anything come out? Oh, chocolate raspberry. Okay, well, we're going to start with that. Maybe. So, dog. Oh, hello, Stinius. Okay, dolphin. Okay, so let's see here. Well, what would be cute? I've never seen you draw a dolphin. A dolphin or a porpoise. That's a little thing. I usually get that with teaching a little bit about natural Florida because they're not the same, and we often confuse the two. And Flipper was very helpful in being able to tell the difference. A football team has really screwed it up. It's a we most both are out there, but the problem with dolphins and porpoises and whales is that and manatees are that they're weird shapes, and you kind of have to have a lot of room for them, or else they don't work. You have to have them. I guess I could draw one here. That makes more sense, doesn't it? They kind of have a loop thing here, and then and this comes out. And this goes down. Actually, this comes in around. Something like that. But you have to it's hard to draw them, at least for me, because I get caught up into the details of it all. I did something called Officer Snook, a comic book about it years and years ago. I got all caught up in making the Snook guy look like a schnook. Oh, wait, actually, there's another one down here, too, but... Well, it's hard to... I have trouble doing anything with them because they don't have a neck, so their head moves back and forth. And even to try to cartoon it, for me, it's tough. So for me, it'd almost be easier just to put him in a bowl and just say he's in a bowl. Well, it's like the turtle tortoise thing confuses folks too, because tortoises are really turtles, but I make it easier by trying to stress that the tortoise is on land and a turtle is in the water, in the ocean. And Andrea Kaczynski, hello, Andrea. So actually, his tail could go up this way. It's unfortunate that the dolphin or the porpoise are, at one time they were always represented by TV programs and the Miami Aquarium and well, there's the Miami Aquarium, there's Marine Land. I've got a lot of stuff about both those places. The aquarium's closing, by the way, if you didn't know, down there in Miami. I went there when I was a wee child. But there's someone that used to join us all the time, the Cornelius Gang. I've had trouble getting them over here. They're more apt to use Facebook. I can remember where it is, but supposedly we have a new aquarium opening up somewhere in Brevard. A new aquarium just recently opened. Yes, yes, yes. Andrea's got a gopher tortoise in her backyard. Be very careful with that. Some developers went and developed the land behind her, and I'm sure that was full of gopher tortoises. And I guarantee you, quite a number of gopher tortoises died because developers can just do that. It's against federal law to do that, but we do not have the apparatus to try to stop that from happening. Now, someone who joined us a lot on Facebook, Carla and Brian Wilson, are big into the helping animals through PETA and so on. They have had a heck of a time about that. I think they've kind of given up on it. And I think PETA itself has probably paid off to some extent. Carla probably doesn't even know that's happening, but I would guess that's probably true. Because you used to have these guys out all the time, but you give enough money, they'll go away. Hey, that wouldn't stop Carla and Brian, but it would stop the organization. But you could have her whole job thing threatened. That's true. What else is there? So there's a kitty and a mini doll, whichever you wish to call this individual. Maybe there's a little home back here, a little thing to swim under. We've all had little people where we've had fish tanks for them. Usually there's little grains of fish food around. Hard not to have that. Not a good kitty I drew there, not one at all. Yep. Nope. No, there. I don't know if you were. I don't know if you were here with the lives that we did with Carla and Brian. Carla works for PETA. Somewhere they have an office in Orange County. I think it's on right Colonial and 441, somewhere around there. Yep, sure enough. They used to be. They were. There was a group called ARF, American Animal Rights Foundation. Animal Rights Foundation of America. No, Animal Rights Foundation of Florida. I believe our critters should be able to do whatever they wish to do, and we shouldn't get in their way. Certainly, that's a big stand. I feel very strongly about that, actually. Man is nothing but a hindrance to the rest of the world often, and that's unfortunate due to narcissistic views of superiority beyond all redemption. There's no other way. Thus, the gopher tortoise can be mowed down because, well, it's for the good of the people. Not that the good of the people could be having the gopher tortoise around. It becomes a moot point and something else. But the real reality is it hurts profits, and that's the real thing that goes on there. So what Carl and Brian tried to do is, and we disagree. We disagree on a lot because they take a stand on politics pretty much across the board one way, but they're not as bad as some, and that's why they're able to come. I think when they met, did they meet us? Oh, they once met me at Steak and Shake. In fact, I did a whole bunch of drawings for. Carla was born in Orlando, and she has an interesting story. Brian's from Chicago, I believe, but good folks, and I again I support our critters. I don't think we should be. I don't, and I like that they attack Disney constantly. Like Brian has been known to have some dog costume or cat costume on and then pouring red stuff all over, making it look bloody. And I love that. If it stops anyone from visiting our state or going to Disney World, I'm all for it. So I love that stuff, and I love that we want to protect. We should not be mowing down gopher tortoises just to build buildings so some innocuous company out of the state or out of the country makes a lot of money. That's sad. But but anyway, I'm off track here. What am I doing? Go ahead, fuel me up here, guys. Fuel me up here. What am I doing? We also talk about zingers and cakes and we have a birthday coming up. I don't know. I haven't been checking birthdays well at all. Facebook used to tell me all the birthdays, but I don't know. For all I know, everybody here has a birthday today. Well, I know Andrea's was the 9th. I'm a big birthday person. Birthdays, I think, are very, very, very. I just think we need to regard. We should be proud that we get to have a birthday. Oh, by the way, if you like the music I like, no, never mind. Oh, Jim and John Goddard's birthday is the 23rd. Do something on the 23rd for Jim and John. They used to be characters I drew and stuff when I was at Robert E. Lee Junior High School. So I might do something with that. Brian Rockmore's, Bruce Norris's birthday's coming up. Lawrence Hunt, gee whiz. Our friend Melissa Busby's birthday's coming up. Actually, it's a week after Jim and John's. But I don't see anyone else. Bill Bunkley, golly, I didn't send a birthday message to Bill Bunkley because I ain't connected to him now. Stins. What's a Stins? Could you draw a hammerhead? Well, let me not draw fish creatures because then I can't do much with them because they're not mobile. It's like drawing a whale. I have trouble making. I have trouble. I don't like fantasy. I don't like science fiction, so I have trouble. It's hard enough for me to draw kitties and puppies, dressed up. But I've done it for so long since I was little. I could still do it, but I've never been able to do a fish well that way. Yes, we should be. Stidius is stin for short, or is short for. Okay, is when the 20. Oh, so next. Oh, that's the day after tomorrow, which you may be surprised to know. Now hold on, let me see. Just as usual, I'll just draw an eyeball and see what comes out of this. Yes, I think we would be a far better world if we just hand everything over to either cats or squirrels. Or gopher tortoises, I don't know if it matters. Yeah, there's a lot of folks who haven't come over here to join YouTube. Whole mess. Well, then also I lost so many folks because losing Facebook. my dream job was to be a bag boy at Publix. Said I did caricature. You may have heard me say that before. It's true. That's what I wanted to do. Publix down over College Park. But it didn't happen. My sister worked briefly for Danish Bakery. Very briefly. I don't think she was even there a few months. Because she went and got a really good job at a place called Puff and Stuff Bakery. Caterer in Winter Park. I think that, no, I'm not sure what the logical, I'm not sure what her job transformation was over time. Does it make sense now that I think about it? I have been really pushing myself today. Again, I'm in a situation where I've slowed down and I'm ready to go to sleep. That's because my body's saying, oh, good, oh, goody. And Mr. Ron, who's supposed to be coming over here tomorrow, I've not heard from him. I don't know what's going on. I really can't have him just pop by. I need to know he's coming because I may not be up. But right now I've been working to make sure he could come over and do his job. I've not heard from him. Don't know what's going on. I'm a big planner. I'm not good with last minute things at all. Really, when it comes to last minute things, the one who suffers the most is the one who thinks I'm going to do something at the last minute. Oh, I won't tag people, but I do put it on my Swampy page. So, yeah, I really need to. We're not. You mean two? No, actually, it's that. I'm already got my eyes on 26 for involving the governor's race here in Florida, and then the presidential race. It all November 5th will determine a lot. It will determine, as I say, it's very. I don't want to get too much into politics, but basically, if Trump loses, the MAGA movement needs to go disintegrate, and we need to refocus. And I don't know what's going to come of that, but we'll see. But there's going to be some big changes, big changes. And as I've said from the start, I don't see DeSantis being able to run 28. I've said that for 2 years now. Whatever happens. I'm a big fan of Sinatra, as you may have heard, Sammy Davis Jr., etc. And Mark Stein is a brilliant genius. He does a program on a station called Serenade Radio out of the UK. He does 2 programs for the weekend. One this week that he does for today, Saturday. He always plays 6 songs of Sinatra's. And I won't get into why he happened to do this, but he played Sinatra did a song for John F. Kennedy for the 1960 campaign. It was a it was based on the song High Hopes, but with Kennedy's name. And it's early. You think you think this is a new thing with celebrities? No, it's not. And may I point out, Sinatra did the song and Kennedy became president. So yes, influence goes all the way back there. And even back then, celebrities who were on the other side did not get a lot of hearings. I'm a huge Marx Brothers fan, and one of my greatest shocks was I believe it was the 76 campaign. I was young, of course, but it caught me off guard when Groucho Marx, 76, I don't think it was 1980, I think it was 76. And there was a whole Democrat or commercial. Remember, it was on a Saturday night, just like this. It was around 11 o'clock or so. And here comes this commercial with all these celebrities. I was so impressed. But I thought, oh, those are Democrats. That's not good. And then suddenly there's Groucho Marx, part of that ad. It had to be 76. Groucho was dead by 80. He died in 77. Just before Elvis died. I'm sorry, Groucho died on the 19th, and Elvis died. He died 2 days before, and the word of Groucho dying kind of got lost in things. Elvis's death was such a big deal back in 1977 that then a month and a half later, when Bing Crosby died, few people knew about it because Elvis still was in the news, being dead. Crosby died on a golf course. He was in the midst of taking a swing, and he swung, instead of swinging, he was on the ground, down and out. And that was the end of Mr. Crosby. In fact, they were Hope and Crosby at the time were planning on doing another road movie. And when Crosby died, a couple George Burns was in the midst of making a big deal about how he was slowly getting close to 100 years old or 90 years old at that time, and he was doing all this stuff about aging. And so Hope then picked up on that and said, "Hey, I'll do a film with George Burns, and we'll make it The Road to the Fountain of Youth." And never happened. Never happened. So I'm drawing a bunch of Publix employees. Wow, I know I've slowed down here. My energy level is very low. I've just been pushing all day, pushing tomorrow too. I hope to get back in action next week. Gotta get these projects out of the way. I need to see what Ron's doing tomorrow. Making me crazy because he'd be coming here at noon, and I need to know. A left-handed dog. Or dogs would write, but a lot of their owners don't realize they're left-handed. They keep trying to put the pen and pencil in their right paw. This is the manager dog. And what else are y'all up to? Who else is here? And if you get a chance, do like this if you would. I'd appreciate it. I think the problem of getting people from Facebook to here is people consider that a long trip now. It's like asking someone to, like, if you're in Deltona, Florida, asking them to drive over to Orange City. It's only a couple of miles, but they act like you're driving 50 million miles. They don't want to. But I'll keep on because the Corneliuses are always fun to have around. course, we have the elephant ears at Publix. Oh, today. What was chocolate cupcake day? Was that today or that was yesterday, wasn't it? Yeah, today's seafood bisque day. Yeah, if you see my post on that I post that I'm going live, feel free to write something, a place or an animal or something for me to bounce off of. It's your elephant ears. Been having elephant ears all my life. Not made as well these days. Not even presented correctly, which I have to keep pointing out. Planted garlic today. Good, that'll keep. Forgetting something involving the ladies. Had a green. It was like had the green over white. But it wasn't. It was more pantsuit-ish. That was it. Pooh. Okay. Well, too late now. It's more of a pantsuit type, and I really think they need to go back to that uniform. I think that works best. Yeah. Yeah, with pantsuit with the pants. But there was a time when the Publix employee ladies wore skirts. A lot of the original Publix is why I point out that in Orlando, one of the early Publixes is still there. It's now called Colonial Photo and Hobby, but it's still same doors. I believe that's the last one with the original Publix doors still on it. The other ones that are still standing have altered all the doors because they're actually against code. There's one in St. Petersburg that's now a Walgreens, but they changed the doors. Oops. You all keep writing stuff there because I can share some more stuff. And I've known Publix all my life. I don't know what that's an interesting question. There's no one here to ask this, but what was the first Publix I went to? I don't know. It was too little. I'm sure. I'm sure. I know I was taken there as a baby because my father used to say the reason I love cold weather is because my mother used to take the stroller and park it in front of the dairy aisle and just leave me there, and that's why I like cold weather. Funny as he was. Okay, I talked about this yesterday. Well, speaking about Florida stuff, here's Aurora American Astronaut kit, $1. I think these kits are now going for $100 or $200 from 1967. It's on the back of a comic book called The Inferior Five. Most all my comics are away. I think I have left a couple hundred is all. I one time had some, I think 10,000 or some 7,000, 8,000, somewhere in there. Anyway, Yes, so there you go. There is a model kit to build an astronaut, and this is how they faked us going to the moon. Yep, they just did the little hobby kit. They put up the set, and people actually believe we went to the moon, which is just ridiculous. How could we have gone to the moon? You ever think about it? How do you get there? You ever see anything actually lift up and go to the moon? I mean, physically, were you actually there on the moon seeing it land? And how do you know? It's all trickery. All done with Photoshop. Even when Photoshop didn't exist back in 1969. No, what's interesting is that landing we did was still 2 years after, and of course this is '67, so this comic is probably '67. So this is actually '66 when this came out. So that's how far ahead. In fact, this is nothing like the astronaut suits. I've had to draw them. It's not too far in certain ways, but all the strapping was all part of the outfit that was worn. This is somewhat correct, but they actually had something that made it go over the shoulders. But very interesting. The Aurora model kits. Not the old ones are hard to find, and Andrew Kaczynski knows a little bit about that. That's no Stanley Kubrick actually went to the moon. Yeah, that was a documentary. That was a live document. The stuff about you know the they never went to the moon. No, no, it's all fake stuff there. All fake stuff. Okay, what else do I have here? I want to share this. If Andrea's still here, she'll like this. This is Batman. My old friend Jose Delbo. He was a comic book artist. He drew everybody for DC. He mostly is known for Wonder Woman, the Wonder Woman comics. But he was a good pal, and we'd get at the table and draw things and throw them at it. He was one of my teachers at the Kubert School. And then he moved to Boca Raton just off Lions Drive. And then we'd get together for National Cartoon Society stuff, or just for fun. And he and I would draw and throw drawings at each other. Jose was not great with the English. He's from Argentina. From Argentina. His wife was Mabel, Mabelle, Mabel. Very, very nice folks. So we had a lot of fun. But is Andrea here? I don't know. She's disappeared. She may have gone make dinner or something. But she would like that drawing. She's a big Batman fan. I came across that in my stuff, and I need to properly bag that too. By golly. I'm sorry. I'm so tired. I'll save that for another time. All right. So what else? Where's my pen? I had one. You saw it. Here, maybe I need to take a. Let me take. Oh, I didn't bring my root beer over here. Oops. I've actually. Oh, here's the pen. All right, still got Publix here. I was talking to. I was buying something at Publix a couple days ago. I was talking to some folks who were checking out. I mentioned to them, we were talking about bugs or something. We're checking out, and something about bugs came up. And I just asked them. They were from up north. I was very surprised that they apparently have been here a long time. They just never. You could tell those who come down here and they don't really want to be here because they never lose their accents. It's true, and they never lost their accent. But they had to have been here a long time because I said, do you remember back when the Publix used to sell chocolate ants at the end cap of their aisles? They used to have exclusively things from foreign countries and so on, and one was chocolate ants. And I remember that at the Publix in Colonial Plaza. And they're expensive, $10 or something for a little teeny can. And I didn't really want my mother to get them anyway. I'm not sure if other stores were doing that in other parts of the country, but Publix did. Colonial Plaza tended to get more tourists at that time back then. Now they do have a European aisle. In fact, I recommend the ambrosia custard and the ambrosia rice pudding. That's from the UK. Oh, I mentioned Tim Tams. They have those Tim Tams there too. But if you can get the Sam's Club, I'd buy them that way because that's a lot cheaper. They also have a lot of British candy bars like Lion. Hold on, speed up. Just draw something other than boxes. Yeah, you still have to dip them in. You still have to pick them up and dip them in chocolate. I can't recall whether they were alive or dead. You know, that canister would be a lot. If I'd look to see if it. Well, I don't remember the can what it looked like, but that's an interesting eBay question. Are there old tins of that, like that Zingers box, which I will not be selling? I'm very tickled to still have that. And it's also in bad shape. I have another one that's not in such bad shape. It's got, I don't know where it is right now. Hope to come across this stuff. What else do you think of when you think of Publix? Oddly enough, this would be for Hope, who only one here who really would remember Publix further back. Think of the checkout guys and gals, bag boys, which is what I wanted to be. Why didn't I think of that? Okay, another critter. Who could that be? The raccoon. Next week, definitely be getting back to cute critters. I'm looking right now, this is kind of a respite from the work I'm doing involving a lot of drawing buildings and Christmas stuff. One time they had long sleeve shirts. All right, I'll draw it over here. And I think the bags were blank today. Wording on them. Yes, black shoes. I've got to wear black shoes. I don't stress that enough here. How about that? The aisles used to have rounded. The checkout areas were rounded, not the rectangles they are today. Something like that. Well, it's gotten quiet here, and I'm sorry. It's probably me. I'm just tired. I didn't realize how tired I am until I stopped to slow down to do this. Now suddenly about to keel over. I still got a lot to do. Guess I could take a nap. I had too much. Oh my gosh, I'm off the page. I didn't realize it. I'm sorry. Just let me know. Yeah, it's me. I'm not keeping things going, and I'm not interacting enough, and I'm drawing off the page. I guess I'm up to. I should pull this up. I think I knocked into this. That's a little better. So a lot of that stuff I drew is not even recorded. Yeah, I gotta adjust this thing. All right. Hello, Alice. Hello, Stinius, and Dolphin, and Hope, and Andrea. Well, I think I'm going to go pull the plug because I'm about to drop anyway. I think I may go lie down actually because I'm tired. I got a lot to do though. I really shouldn't get so tired, but that's the way it goes sometimes. My energy level's been low the last couple of days. 'Cause I just got, and also I'm not sure what's going on in the next few hours here or by tomorrow. Um, there you go. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and scoot. Thank you all for being here. If you would like this, click that little thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Back tomorrow at 8. I'll try to be a little more awake and together. A lot of stuff should be cleared out by tomorrow, which would be good. Um, and I'll have some things resolved by tomorrow at this time. So we'll get that done. And next week I'll start doing a little happy animals again. I think I should be able to do lives most of the week. All right. Well, thank you for being here, being a part of things, and I'll see you all next time. Rob Smith here. You all have a good night. Good night.